Tuesday show!
Oh my God, are we live right now?
We're live!
Yes, we are. Hey, everybody, welcome to Attack of the Show. I'm Kevin Press, something to see.
I'm Candace Bailey. I got one clap.
There's residual applause. Okay, let's not
All
oversell.
right, I like
Let's
that. I think
not-
we should do that
It's
every
not a
day.
Make-A-Wish Tuesday.
We're coming to you live from the G4 Studios in Los Angeles.
On the old program today, from 1,000 words, Mr. Clark Duke will join us live in studio once again. For extra fun, try counting all the words he uses in his interview. It's going to be less than 1,000.
Are you going to do that?
No, God, no.
I'll count it for you.
Okay.
I'll stand off to the side. Oh, look at me sparkling.
Oh.
Dan Kelly Beckett heads to the California Institute of the Arts to hear some robots try their robot hands at making robot music. And Chris Gore rates the new discs of Immortals and Game of Thrones and Deep Tuesday. It is cool. And I think you should expect a lot of incest jokes.
Yeah. Not because of the movies by any stretch. It's Chris Gore. So
Chris Gore.
chances are those jokes get made. First, how about some news about today's news?
Oh, that's a great idea. Supplied by Sarah Underwood. Hey,
Well, we'll tell you what to expect at tomorrow's Big Apple event, and it includes a whole lot of HD. Plus, we have a video of a two-headed, six-legged tortoise.
Oh, what?
All that and more coming up in the feed, but right now, back to you guys.
Is it cute?
Trip to the Chernobyl Zoo.
He's scary looking.
Scary.
Yeah.
Oh, poor tortoise.
It's not his fault.
Maybe
It's
this
just
is.
made fun of by all the other tortoises.
But when a turtle mutates from a regular turtle to a ninja turtle, we've never seen the interim phase. Maybe this is just the bizarre accident.
Do you think it's like a preteen?
But no, I think Splinter's gonna kill it. He's gonna step on it. This is not what I imagined. It's a turtle. It's got a shell. It's fine.
I bet it's cute anyway.
Hey, you know what it's time to do, Candace Bailey?
I do. It's time to run down the top 5 things on the web.
Oh my God, she's right.
Who's ready for an ATM?
You know, throwing yourself down a staircase doesn't sound. Candace, you. There we go.
I should just lip it.
Yeah, go for it. Let's get back to Candace. Throwing yourself down a staircase doesn't sound like a good idea. That's pretty good.
Do you want to go?
All right.
But as today's number 5 proves, there is a good way to do it.
Spoiler. No, we're good with that. The point is, watch this guy fall down a staircase. How about that?
Hey, you ready? Come on, feel the rhythm. Feel the rhyme. Get up, Jamaica.
I can't watch
It's
it.
bonsai time. Kill me.
He got the Swiffer! He did it!
He lifts it up like Link getting his sword. Ba-na-na-na.
He was the life of the party.
Yes, also the death at the party. Yeah.
Do you think he?
It was a slow bleed. You had to give it some time. It wasn't a video.
Do you think he purposely flipped over, or do you think he was trying to just go down like this the whole way?
I don't think purpose is
He probably
something
didn't
you
think
should
of
search
it.
for in that video. He was quoting Cool Runnings at a drunken party before sliding down a staircase.
That's true.
There's not a whole lot of logic there.
Okay, good point. Our number 4 video is some more hard-hitting fake news reporting from the Onion News Network.
Ah, yes. Today is Super Tuesday.
Yeah, Super Tuesday!
I'll wait for the applause to die down. Okay, good. Yeah. It sounds like Mitt Romney actually has a killer strategy to take the Republican nomination.
Now, Mitt Romney, of course, is the man to beat today, due in large part to his campaign's new tactic of flaunting his wealth. Piper, do you agree with this tactic?
Absolutely, Andrea. No more downplaying his millionaire status to appeal to blue-collar workers.
You have to admit, it's hard not to be impressed by all his diamonds and mansions.
Sure, you know, he's literally been throwing wads of money into the crowd at recent campaign rallies.
Yeah.
How can you not love the guy?
I still can't believe how much that solid gold podium helped him in the last few debates.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know,
that
the
was-
crowd really responded
was
to that. Okay, why don't we check in now now with Jason in the 2012 Democrat for an update on voter turnout. Jason.
Yeah, thanks, Andrea. Take a look at this. Let me see if I can get this up. There it is. Very, very low numbers, low turnout, due mostly to that YouTube video of monkeys at a business meeting that started making its rounds on the internet just this morning. People just can't seem to tear themselves away to go out and vote.
What are those monkeys doing?
I don't know.
Monkeys don't belong in the boardroom. That's hilarious.
You know where else monkeys don't belong?
Where?
Attack of the Show. Let's get them on.
Is this your way of saying you want monkeys on the show?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, we can do. Wait.
Can we get monkeys on the show?
No, we can't. We can't even afford the stuffed ones, apparently.
Oh, like even the little ones?
Nope. Can't afford it. Sorry.
Okay. And Romney's new campaign tactic marks the first time anyone has ever been honest in American politics.
Oh, that's right. We're talking about a Romney clip.
Yeah, we
that's
were.
right. Yeah. I think you're talking about honesty in politics. There was one man who was very honest in politics. I think you're forgetting John F. Kennedy's famous "I love booty" speech. If I remember correctly, I believe I quote. Ask not what your country can do for you, but how hard you can shake your booty for the president. Nailed it. Thank you.
That was so good.
Thank you.
So good.
Appreciate it. Coming in at number 3 today, cops. Huh? Not the show that's all over our network. No, it's the actual police officers. However you feel about the hardworking men and women of law enforcement, the one thing we can all agree on is that historically, they don't enjoy it when you urinate in public.
Keep in mind, too, that police officers aren't renowned for having a good sense of humor. That's what makes this pissing prank from Sketch Empire seem so dangerous.
Whoa, what the heck? What the heck's going on, dude? What are you doing? Grab me like that. What the heck happened?
He just came up and said he was offended that you were pissing down there.
Man, no, I was just in the stream on a sports bottle.
You're an idiot. Come on.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah, come on.
Why are you calling me an idiot, man?
You either go or I put handcuffs on you.
All right, man, I just don't get it. I just don't understand. You call me an idiot.
That's because you're walking around with a SpongeBob hat on, masturbating the nose while you're peeing, all right?
I'm not taking a leak. I'm testing this. No, it's testing the stream of my water bottle.
I got you. Well, it just looks a little bit shady in front of two cops looking like that, okay?
Yeah,
I would have guessed it was a challenge. Hey, go see if you can pee over in front of those cops.
No, you gotta test the stream before you start drinking.
Of course you have to test the stream.
He fooled him.
That's not a challenge. The challenge is see if you can pee on the cop before you get punched in the face.
Why don't you do that one?
No.
No?
My brother's one of those.
God. Really?
Yeah.
He would pee on a cop?
No, he is a cop. I mean, I'm sure a few drops have probably landed on his own thigh, but that's about it. Yeah, I know not to mess with them.
Oh, Lord. You know, not one cop yelled, "You're in trouble!"
Yeah, do you know why cops didn't yell that?
Why?
Thank you.
What pale face?
No, pee puns get you pale-faced, Bailey. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing.
This is quite an A block today. Isn't it?
Huh? No,
It's a
what?
great A block.
Are we really live right now? Oh, all right, cool. Look, no one's watching. Mass Effect came out today. Like, I don't know why. Why are we here?
Kevin?
I'm playing Mass Effect. I'm not here right now.
One of the first things they teach you in skiing is the pizza wedge.
Oh,
A way
yes.
to keep a constant speed when you're going downhill.
That is true, but some people should probably spend a bit more time on the bunny hills before trying the larger ones. People like kids.
Yeah, bro. Pizza! Pizza!
Oh, no!
Pizza! Do a pizza! 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 Oh, bro! Oh, bro! You got a pizza, dude.
You would have thought he was a pro if it weren't for the shrieks
really
of
good.
terror as he was going down the hill.
Pizza!
Ah! Now, In addition to skiing and pizza, the kid also no longer loves his father. That was the trifecta of hatred.
That was a jerk
That
father.
was amazing. Wait, a jerk father?
Jerk, just
it's
yell
the
at
jerk
pizza.
kid's fault for
He's
almost
like
dying on the mountain.
He's this big.
Well, then he
should
just
not be
got a
on that.
pizza.
Well, I don't know what pizza is.
Well, I'm sure
I
they
don't
told
ski.
him. I wasn't just like, let me push you down the hill and shout foodstuffs at you.
Yeah, but telling someone is different than like letting him do the bunny slopes first and like figuring it all out. I've only skied once, and I was.
I
only
think
on the
kudos
bunny
to
slope.
that dad. I feel like the other option is to wrap your child in bubble wrap and roll him down the hill and just shield him from life. No, you shout at him and let him cry. That's how he learns. Pizza! And at number 1, by the way, we've reached the end of this thing. We have a commercial for DollarShaveClub.com. It might be, I hate to say it, but it might be one of the best commercials we've ever seen. Truly.
How good is this commercial? You ask?
How good is it?
It went so viral today that it broke the company's website.
Are you guys watching Tosh.0 over there? What's going on? I don't know what's happening. Oh yeah, it's a shame that it broke the website too, because this is a service that all gentlemen can use.
Hi, I'm Mike, founder of DollarShaveClub.com. What is DollarShaveClub.com? Well, for $1 a month, we send high-quality razors right to your door. Are the blades any good? No. Our blades are f***ing great. Stop paying for shave tech you don't need. And stop forgetting to buy your blades every month. Alejandro and I are going to ship them right to you. We're not just selling razors, we're also making new jobs. Alejandro, what were you doing last month?
Not working.
What are you doing now?
Working.
I'm no Vanderbilt, but this train makes hay. We are DollarShaveClub.com, and the party is on.
That is a great commercial.
The whole thing.
It's phenomenal.
It's
Yeah, I watched
really
the whole
great.
thing online, but I don't know. I've been using the same rusty razor blades for years now, and I'm fine. So I don't know the purpose of replacing them.
Where did you get them?
They were in my bathroom when I moved in. I'm serious. There was a whole stack of them in a drawer. I mean, they were all over the place, but I found a nice stack in the drawer. What, by the way, what does it feel like when you have hepatitis? Does anybody know?
I've never had hepatitis.
Yeah, I mean, me neither, as far as I know.
Today is Super Tuesday.
Sure is.
And Americans are deciding which Republican will be running for president this fall. It's very exciting.
Oh, we are all fired up in this studio. The Republicans, though, are not the only political group going through a lengthy nomination process. The nation's supervillains are also hard at work trying to figure out who the strongest supervillain candidate actually is.
Welcome back to the 2012 Supervillain Primary Debate. Our next topic, healthcare reform. Let's start with the front-runner, Lord Vader. Some people believe that Medicare reform will result in death panels for the elderly. Your response?
We all know how I feel about the elderly. The last time I met an old person, I threw him down a reactor shaft.
No, Chuck, listen, I'm sorry, but once again, Vader is giving us half-truths. First he's good, then he's evil, then he's good again. That's old-fashioned flip-flopping anyway you cut it.
I also murdered younglings.
I'd like to just interrupt and say that,
Yes,
Batman
Voldemort.
I prefer to go by he who shall not be named, Chuck. And I'd like to take a moment to point out that I did shoot a baby in the forehead with a murder wand. So, thank you.
To be clear, is this you bragging about not being able to kill a baby?
Well, at least I ruined his childhood. Your entire campaign revolves around trying to acquire a magical ring that was stolen by a barefoot little person.
Oh, shove it up, you golden snitch!
Oh, you take that back!
Oh,
I broke his back. No one else could do that.
Oh, Voldemort, I love your gown. Will Mother miss the drink?
Whoa!
Well, I think we should take a break. We'll be back with more right after this.
Honestly, I would vote for that kitten.
It is cute.
Oh, God.
What's this? Watch.
Hey, Bane! Look, it's Batman! Yes!
Batman!
Oh, no, I'm just kidding. There's no Batman. No, but really, look! Batman!
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's pissed. This is gonna be awkward. I have to stand next to him for the
Yes!
Still ahead! One of the world's most prolific hacker groups imploded today.
That's right. Find out all about the LulzSec civil war in the loop right after this. Yeah! All right, now if you remember any of last year's high-profile hacking attacks, chances are that LulzSec was behind them. Now, the group released user information from Sony Pictures. They spread fake news of Rupert Murdoch's death, and they claim to have taken down the CIA's website as well. But now their leader has gone turncoat, and it's time for the loop, Law and Order style. LulzSec, one of the most notorious hacking groups of all time, has had its head chopped off, and it was an inside job. LulzSec rose to fame after waging cyber warfare on Fox, Sony, the FBI, the CIA, and many others, causing what's believed to be billions in damages. Early this morning, law enforcement in the US and Great Britain arrested 5 top LulzSec officials. The big surprise is that the evidence came from the organization's leader, known as Sabu, who has secretly worked as a mole for the feds since being found guilty of hacking-related crimes last year. So how did the feds flip the head of LulzSec? And who are the shadowy figures behind the infamous hacking group? And what are the implications for the hacking community at large? Why so serious? It's The Loop. All right, joining me from Fox News headquarters in New York to help us make sense of it all, reporter for FoxNews.com, Jana Winter is here, everybody.
Hey.
Jana, first and foremost, congratulations. This was a huge scoop, a major exclusive for you guys over there. So let's start off with, how did you find out? Who told you? Did they IM you? Did they email you? Was it a handwritten letter?
Normally, I don't just get handwritten letters and then publish them on our website. So, no, my sources are from all across the board, and everything sort of came together to the point that today we felt it was the right time to say that the leader, who everyone thought was the only one to remain at large, has actually been working for the feds for 8 months.
Yeah, it's an incredible story. Let's take a step back. How did the FBI actually bring down the head of LulzSec? When did that happen?
Well, these people are so smart, and so this is the very top of the elite sort of hacking community around the world. And they go through crazy efforts to avoid detection, 17 proxies, 22 countries, all of that. But sometimes they just get lazy and they slip up, and that's what happened with this guy. He was at home, and he just logged in from his home IP address, and that's how they found out who he was and where he was.
Well, now,
just once.
Was LulzSec, are they really considered like the most elite of the hacking groups, or were they just the most outspoken and noisy one?
They were certainly the most successful, to my knowledge, but they're all related. I mean, LulzSec is an offshoot branch of Anonymous that the top people in Anonymous left to go form, so they could have their sort of more high-profile group with a smaller amount of people.
Right, so let's talk about this leader, this duck-faced 28-year-old unemployed leader named Sabu, the internet hero. I love his MySpace profile pics with his diamond-studded earrings. What is his story exactly?
They're all great. His story is actually really interesting. He never went to college, is completely self-taught, and according to people in both the hacking community and law enforcement, he's really, really good. He knows what he's doing. He's got these 2 kids that he's guardian of, and he's sort of risen to this level of basically a god in the community where people send him emails, and hopefully he emails back, and hopefully they can prove themselves, and that's how they sort of gain street cred.
Right, and even just a few days ago, he was tweeting out from his account, screw the FBI, man, screw the government. They're all up in your business, and they don't have a right to be. But he was working for them for the last year.
It was probably the FBI who was writing that.
Yeah, interesting. And so what was the motivation behind LulzSec? I mean, I get that they did it for the lulz, but to your knowledge, was Sabu, was he making any money off this? Was he a hacker for hire, or was he taking public donations?
He has been living off of public assistance and public housing in New York's Lower East Side. He has been described to me by both people close to him personally and law enforcement as someone who did all of these things because he could, and it was there. And these were his friends that he'd stay up all night and sort of plot targets and find vulnerabilities. And they believe that nothing can really be fully secure, and to test everything out.
So about a year ago, you said the FBI, obviously they approached him. I believe they kind of used the 2 children that he's guardian of as leverage to get him to work for them. And so for the last year, he was working as a mole to take down other lieutenants from LulzSec?
Right. They focused on him early in the winter of last year. You can tell from sort of his online postings, he's a big fan of the Giants. If you didn't know he was working for the feds. There were some things that indicated he could be from New York. So the FBI here in New York opened up an investigation to see if they could pinpoint who this guy was that they believed to be the leader of LulzSec. And as time progressed, he slipped up. They got his IP address. They found him. They knew that he was a possible person who would flip because he had these 2 kids that he had to take care of. And in the process of nailing down his identity, they subpoenaed his Facebook page and, of all things, found all these stolen credit card numbers that he sort of had there. And they hung the 2-year identity theft sentence over his head, and eventually he caved.
Wow.
And
well, Jana, let me ask you:
it's pretty amazing.
Are there more arrests expected here, or is this pretty much it? Or do you think potentially anonymous members should be a little concerned right now?
I think everyone's probably freaking out right now. This guy was their hero, and he talked to hundreds, if not thousands, of hackers of all levels and ages around the world every single day. And people are likely freaking out that their servers are now connected to his, that they have this relationship with him, that maybe they're being investigated. And I think, certainly, just because you chop off the head of LulzSec doesn't mean other hackers won't appear. I imagine there would be more arrests, but that's just a guess knowing on sort of the situation.
Absolutely. I wonder who's going to play him in
certainly the top ones are gone.
I wonder who's going to play him in the movie. That's what I want to know. I think if
we were thinking of that earlier today, actually.
I think the guy who plays Guillermo from Weeds would be phenomenal.
Oh my God, you're totally right, actually.
Thank you. Jana Winter, amazing story.
Oh my God,
congratulations
that's totally
on the awesome scoop. I'm telling you, I know how to pick these things. Jana Winter from Fox News, thank you so much for joining us and keeping us in the loop. You can have that one. That's an exclusive for you. Guillermo to star. Now let's check in with our very own fact mistress. Take it away, Miss Sarah Underwood.
You got it, Kev. It's time to start the feed.
All the news you need to know. The feed.
It's Tuesday, March 6th, and here are your top stories. Tomorrow is iPad Day, and it looks like it's going to be all about HD. Multiple sources are now saying that the new iPad will be called the iPad HD, not the iPad 3. Of course, that's because it's expected to sport a super high-res Retina display. Beyond that, analysts say it will support 4G LTE speeds and be available as soon as March 16th. But in addition, other sources are saying we can expect a refreshed version of the Apple TV that will support full 1080p HD, something that's lacking in the current model. Now, that is just half of the internet rumor mill, but tune in tomorrow and we'll break down everything you need to know on Apple's big unveiling. But in the meantime, say goodbye to your free time. Mass Effect 3 is out. Yes! BioWare's highly anticipated finale to their sci-fi role player came out today, and reviews are glowing. Some haven't hesitated to call it beautiful, a triumph, and the definitive trilogy of this generation. But for more on the launch and Adam Sessler's full review, head to g4tv.com/ME3. Now prepare your eyes for another robot that will populate your nightmares. Introducing the Cheetah. Okay. Boston Dynamics, the folks behind Alpha Dog and Petman, just released video of this awkward and rather frightening looking robot from their joint DARPA M3 program. Now it shows the Cheetah breaking the land speed record for legged robots by galloping at 18 miles per hour. Luckily, it's still confined to lab testing on a treadmill because being chased by a four-legged headless robot from hell would not be a good time. And now it is time for today's Zoo News.
All right.
Yeah, Zoo News. Thank you. Check out this crazy tortoise. Or is it these crazy tortoises? tortoise eye, whatever. Look at this freaking thing. The reptile has 2 brains, 2 separate hearts, and 6 legs, but disgustingly shares a single intestine. This is different than the 2-headed snake we showed you last November. Zoologists say this isn't a single tortoise, but rather 2 conjoined tortoises. The little mutants get along pretty well, except that the 2 heads, they can't see each other. So the poor fellas have a tendency to try and crawl in opposite directions. Oh. The permanent odd couple is currently on display at a museum in Ukraine, but if you can't afford a plane ticket, just keep on tuning in to AOTS, your #1 source for crazy mutant animal news. You're welcome. I'm Sarah Underwood. You've just been fed. Are you serious? Now back to you guys.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah.
I feel so bad for the little tortoise with the 2 heads. It doesn't know what's happening.
It's a sign of the times. Like, I mean, we're in a recession. You got to share a shell. Still ahead, Clark Duke returns to attack, this time with an Eddie Murphy movie. That's fun.
And later, Chris Gore's got some sweet Do You Tuesday action, including the first season of Game of Thrones. So stick around.
The feed is brought to you by the General Automobile Insurance Services. For a great low rate you can get online, go to the General and save some time.
Here's a question for you. Would you spend 2 years living caged in a zoo if, after that time, you could talk to every animal on the planet? Well, you logged on to G4TV.com and told us what you thought, and we'll have the results after the break. The results are in, and 46% of you said that you would spend 2 years living caged in a zoo if after that time you could talk to every animal on the planet. Free food, water, and shelter for 2 years in this economy? Sign me up. Head on over to G4TV.com for more questions like this and tell us just how far you'd go.
I would definitely do that.
Of course you would.
Definitely.
Hey, Cal Arts is making robot musicians, everybody. It's happening.
Kelly Beckett snuck into their labs for a look and a listen.
The students at the California Institute of the Arts are creating some robots that make some sweet music. I wonder if they play any dubstep. For the last 4 years, Cal Arts has been building robotic devices to play in their Cometic Machine Orchestra. Now they've opened their doors to let me have a sneak peek at how they make those metallic musicians. So how did the Cometic Orchestra idea come about?
Well, Ajay Kapoor had been making robots and studying the idea of robotic instruments. We had a student who was taking some of my classes in the theater school, as well as taking his classes in programming, who kind of said, you know, you guys should do something together. A lot of these instruments, we build them with the students, and then I usually go back into them, try to bulletproof them, and then make them into something.
So where do you get all the parts to make the robots?
A lot of it is walking through stores with a pencil and just hitting things to hear how they would sound. They are instruments. They're not player pianos. That they are actual instruments that are played and that are tuned and then go out of tune. I think it's really important that stays there.
This is how these robots work. The MIDI sends an electrical signal to the solenoid, which then turns it into a physical action. And the solenoid pulls down on the stick here, making it sound. Okay, so you're not just limited to push-button controllers. Can you explain what this device is?
Sure. This is simply an app that is going to send out data about accelerometer on the phone, and it sends it wirelessly to the machine and then directly to the robots so that a dancer could start actually controlling.
Wow, so it's the dance movements that are controlling all the machines.
Exactly. So this is how it works. The iPhone is strapped to her right arm. As she moves her arms up, it will start to turn on. So as she moves her hand to the left, that one will turn on, and as she moves it to this side, it will turn this one on.
So they've given me a go on this iPhone over here, and I want to see what sounds I can make and also showcase my amazing dance moves.
Was that good? Was that good? Anyone?
Well, we're not at Skynet just yet, but we're obviously getting closer. Cal Arts and the Comedic Machine Orchestra, you may be all sweet and innocent with your soothing music, but I've got my eye on you.
Thanks, Kelly!
And thanks, robots. You can check out the world premiere of the Comedic Machine Orchestra April 12th and 13th at the Red Cat in downtown Los Angeles.
Stay tuned. Clark Duke will join us live right after this.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah,
I'll be here. I'm going to hang around. See what happens.
Today's Road Report is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com for a free rate quote.
I'm really pissed off. I'm not going to lie. Someone read my dream journal. Clark Duke, Eddie Murphy, together at last.
You want me to do all the talking? No, I can't. I don't know what to say. Just do what you would do? Is that good?
You're starting to think you stood us up. Robert Gilmore, VP of Acquisitions. This is Gil Reed, at a marketing assignment in Schuster.
Handshake. Come on, man. We are brothers. Hit me hard and high, Gil. Bam! That's right. Aaron Weisberger, agent, friend of mankind, and a lover of every book you guys have ever published. Come on, what is this, Mickey D's? Let's get some service up in here. Got a man with a bad case of the dry mouth. Why don't you sit your ass down?
Please welcome back Clark Duke, everybody.
Thank you.
What were you saying? Were you commenting on the clip?
When I was watching that just now, I was glad Eddie wasn't a lot taller than me. I don't know why. It just struck me.
Oh, you liked that you're well proportioned?
Yeah.
Is his body double the exact same size as him?
The exact.
Is it?
It's like Bowfinger. I feel like they must have based Bowfinger on the real situation.
On the fact that he has, but he really has this body double.
He does.
Right? Like,
he is a guy that looks just like him for a living.
Is that in case of a? Is that like in case of a terrorist attack or assassination, or just to stand in for lighting? Is it?
But all the.
Or does he do full scenes with you because he doesn't have to talk? So.
Well, we didn't do any full scenes, but the first day I did go up and introduce myself to the double and thought it was Eddie. Like it's that dead on.
That dead on. Yeah.
It's perfect. Until he talks, and then it's exactly like Bowfinger.
Okay. Did you get a double for the film?
No, but my stand-in for the movie was actually that guy. The last time I was here, we had a bit about the guy that's like the world's most famous extra. He's in the background of every. Does anybody remember this? Yeah, that guy was
I wasn't here for that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We've never actually
been in the same room.
Yeah, no. This is it. I hope that the world might be imploding around us right now. That we've been here. You were saying that doing promotion for this movie's been a real joy.
Like always.
Mostly because of the the college reporters and stations. Why?
Well, there's always you'll do these like phone interviews where there's like 20 people on the line, and the college kids are just always like they're not even asking you questions. They're just like, so what was it like making the movie? And then the next one, so what was it like making the movie with Eddie Murphy? And so you're just like, you just got this large canvas of like, well, there were some weather changes. It was a lot of fun.
There were a guy who put some microphone on me. Sometimes then it's not on me. Sometimes just holding it.
Yeah. Sometimes there's a boom.
Yep. There's lights.
The best thing that's happened is my mom lives in this building that's got valet for guests. When you drive up, the valet will take your car. And one of the valet guys, I guess, had seen the trailers or the commercials or something. And was like, hey, man, you're in that movie, right? And I go, yeah. And he goes, listen, you got an agent, right? And I go, yeah. I'm like, I feel like I know where this is going. I'm like, yeah, right. I do. And he goes, listen, man, my daughter, everybody just keeps saying we got to get her on TV or a movie. She's got it.
Sure.
She's
the presence is there.
Yeah. Is there any way you could help my daughter get an agent? And I go, I don't know, man. I mean, I guess I can ask somebody. And I go, how old's your daughter? And he looks at me stone dead serious and he goes, she's 4 months.
You tell her which side of her mouth she will drool out of it on command.
All I want to know,
coo.
what is this little girl doing that everybody around is just like agog.
Meanwhile,
they just can't believe it.
Give it 6 weeks. Usher's gonna discover her on YouTube spinning plates, and shooting bow and arrows with her feet. Like she's the most multi-talented baby you've ever seen in your life. You're gonna miss out on your chance.
Yeah, he loves girly things on the internet. Usher does.
He really does. Yeah. He discovered that she's such an adorable little lesbian, that Justin Bieber.
I'm curious. 6 months old.
Yeah. You're doing some stuff on Funny or Die, right? Maybe you could use a 4-month-old.
Don't give him ideas. He might be watching. Yeah, I've been directing these videos with Roddy Piper. Who I don't know if everybody knows.
Amazing.
From They Live and obviously the WWEF back then. And yeah, the premise of the videos is Roddy used to do this thing called Piper's Pit back in the mid '80s to early '90s.
Right.
Where he would try to. It was ostensibly like this, like an interview portion, but then it would always end
folding chairs.
But it'd be like if this
fireworks,
interview ended with you hitting me with like a coconut.
Right. Speaking of,
Which
let's
it's
bring
still,
it up.
Yeah. But so the premise of the videos is it's Piper's Pit in the present day, but it's like a cable access show in Tampa.
Perfect.
So there's 2 of them up so far on funnyordie.com. The second one, the newest one that just went up, has Eli Roth in it, and it's really funny.
Oh, awesome, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Are you still DJing too?
A little bit here and there. It's kind of fell off a little bit.
Right. Now that you're repping all the infants in town.
Since my child management company took off.
You have a stable of them.
It's been hard to juggle.
I understand. That's what the 4-year-olds are for.
Yeah.
Clark, pleasure to finally meet you, sir.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for holding down the fort so well.
My pleasure.
My absence as well.
Anytime.
Clark Duke, everybody. 1,000 Words opens in theaters on Friday. But now over to Candace. And Sarah. Oh my God!
Hey. This Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern, Ninja Warrior is back with all new episodes.
See talented athletes go face down in murky water when they tackle the world's most difficult obstacle course.
For the latest Ninja Warrior updates, check out facebook.com/Ninja Warrior.
Stay tuned because winter is coming.
Oh, that's great. We get Games of Thronesy with Chris Gore right after this. Tomorrow on Attack of the Show.
Actor and rap legend Ice Cube stops by to play cops and robbers with his new flick, 21 Jump Street. Then The Loop dives into Apple's big iPad event with all the new details of the must-have tablet. And we'll check out comedy group Super Ed 86 in a new edition of Kings of Dot Comedy.
It's Attack of the Show tomorrow at 7.
Okay.
Thanks, Kev.
Yeah.
I was like, is that Chris or Kev?
You got it.
Chris Gore would tell you what movies to buy even if it weren't a part of his court-mandated community service. Hi. Yes. Welcome back, film expert, Chris Gore.
Let's do this.
All right, what's up first?
Good stuff today. Game of Thrones, the complete first season.
Now, you hadn't seen Game of Thrones until we got you the box set to review. Are you hooked now?
I actually saw the first episode, fell in love with it, and I said to myself, I'm waiting until the DVD comes out because this is one of those shows.
See them all at once?
All at once, because you could say that some of it is slow moving, but not when you watch it in one weekend in a marathon.
I can't wait.
It's so incredible. What I love about this show is it's adult. And I'm not just talking about the nudity and the heads being chopped off and the violence. I mean, it's very adult in the way that the drama plays out. It's one of those shows where the drama is just as exciting as the action, and that's what makes it so compelling. It's like a masterclass for people who love Lord of the Rings.
Okay, now there's tons of special features.
I'm sorry, I saw Game of Thrones on the screen, so I just wanted to fall asleep real quick. You guys are just...
I hear this is a really good show, and I'm actually going to start watching it. So.
Oh, I will love to hear your report.
You?
Yeah, you will love it. I mean, it's just amazing because there's and this whole first season, it's just set up. It's war.
Yeah.
Is it coming?
Oh, okay.
And yeah, just fantastic.
I thought it's winter is coming.
Winter. Well, winter, war.
Oh, okay. All right.
Any
special features?
Amazing special features. There's commentary on most of the episodes, including a commentary by the author, George R.R. Martin, and a whole behind the scenes of how they created that title sequence. They really wanted the title sequence to be intricate to explain this, because this is not like coming from familiar mythology. Mm-hmm. It's not coming from a fairy tale that we all know. This is all new and made up, and it's incredible. So that title sequence is fantastic. Just it's everything you could possibly want. And HBO doesn't always do this with all of their things they release on DVD. They just did a fantastic job. So thank you. I think they know the market. The people who would buy this want all the good extras, and you get them.
Okay, so bottom line?
Bottom line is buy it.
Yes!
Buy it.
Now I can't wait to watch it. I'm really excited. Cool. What's our next DVD?
Immortals.
Now, how does Immortals compare to other films about Greek mythology like Clash of the Titans?
Well, this, like Game of Thrones, is a much more adult take. I mean, it's brutally violent. There's nudity in it.
Of course.
And I think also it's like the audience that grew up with this sort of mythology, we've grown up. You know, we expect something to be more adult, whether it's the storytelling, the imagery. But this is definitely not for kids, just as Game of Thrones is. But this is the Clash of the Titans for adults. That's what. And we get our first look really at Henry Cavill in action. I mean, he is going to be so good as Superman, and I mean that in the sense of he's a man like Kirk Douglas or Charlton Heston, you know, stone cut and not like a pretty boy like, you know, previous
but
Superman.
Like a man.
Like a man.
Yeah.
Dirty and
like
sweaty and smelly and stinky.
So what's the bottom line?
Just like you like them, Candace. What? I'm just saying.
How did you know, Chris? What's the bottom line?
Bottom line is rent it. Strong recommendation to rent.
Okay.
Full lacking on the extras, that's why.
All right, what else we have?
Dragon Age Redemption.
All right, now this is the 6-part series Felicia Day made for the internet. It didn't have anywhere near the budget as Game of Thrones or Immortals. What'd you think?
So much fun. It's fun in the sense that like Hercules and Xena was fun. I mean, you can tell that everyone involved was having a blast. They all totally commit to it. Felicia Day, I like to watch her. I like to watch Felicia Day. She is quite a crimson lass, she is. So, and she's a blast to watch in this. And also, the DVD is loaded with special features.
Nice.
Like, so much on it, yeah.
Okay, so what's the bottom line?
Bottom line is
Sorry, we're just running out of time.
Yes, it's a rent, but it's not a full feture film.
Okay,
so
well,
worth
that's great.
checking out.
That is awesome.
Really worth checking out.
I like it. All right, thank you, Chris. For more Gore, check out his Podcrash podcast on iTunes. It's time
for today's epic fail. Of course it is, yes. You know how it's... You like Game of Thrones?
I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to start watching it. I was tweeting out what I should...
Don't. Hey, you know how it's recommended that bikers wear helmets and protective clothing when they attempt bike stunts?
This is why. For being so happy about almost murdering himself.
Yeah. Big ups to the friend for having 2 cameras running, though. I like that. Yeah. Always like a reverse angle on the pain and suffering.
Oh, yeah.
Fail
It's
it.
Great. Thanks to Jana Winter, Clark Duke, Chris Gore, and Kelly Beckett.
Thanks to Sandra with a Candace Bailey as well. I'm telling you. Between the 2 of them, there are 2 ladies on this show.
And thanks to you, Kevin.
All right, 3. Can I be the third lady?
You can be the third.
Can I watch The Bachelor and Gossip Girl?
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys watch The Bachelor? Or are you Big Brother?
I don't like this Bachelor. I love Big Brother.
Why don't we like this Bachelor? What's wrong with him?
I don't know.
Him or her? What's he do that's annoying? Oh, Bachelorette. I got it.
He's just, not anything I would ever go for.
We're done here. You guys can go.